These last 2 weeks have been an ongoing nightmare. The unfathomable situation that we are living right now in Israel and Palestine. The pain is enormous, and it is only normal and human to retreat into ourselves. So we are here actually tonight trying to reopen our souls, our minds, our hearts to one another, and rehumanize all of us. It is only together that we can ever walk a different path. We have walked the path of violence so many times. It has been almost an endless cycle. We already know that this is not the answer for sure, that we cannot keep returning to that cycle, and we need to break it. The sooner the better. We need to learn from it and break and start a new path. And only together we can do that. Good evening, everyone, wherever you are, wherever you're joining in from. We thank you for joining us this evening. Your mere presence here gives me personally a lot of hope and a little bit of solace. So I'm Mira Awad, singer, songwriter, a Palestinian from Israel. Perhaps this final act was meant to clinch a lifetime's argument, that nothing comes from violence and nothing ever could. For all those born beneath an angry star, lest we forget how fragile we are.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shavit. I'm 23 years old. I joined the choir when I was 13. I come from a religious Jewish family. And attending the choir for me as a teenager was full of challenges. I was a part of the choir for 5 years. In those years, we had weekly dialogue sessions, but also we had arguments, heard stories, asked a lot of questions. We felt anger, support. We were seeking for justice for each other, but what we mainly did was listen. Now, in these horrible times, I hear so many people fighting for what is right, as if they know what it is. When I grew up here in Jerusalem, in the middle of this conflict, had weekly dialogue sessions with Palestinian friends. I went to the army. I now have Palestinian coworkers, and I, after all this, have no idea what's going on. What I do know is that right now, in this absurd situation, some of us feel fortunate, feel blessed to not have anyone in our close circles murdered, kidnapped, or assaulted. And I do send my condolences to those who have their families hurt in any ways. But if we do agree on something, is that we need to be strong together. And we do not agree on everything now. And some things we strongly disagree on. But showing up to rehearsals with JYC, singing together, made me believe we have at least one thing that still unifies us, even amongst all this terror surrounding us from all over. There is something very powerful to being a room full of people who are so different, especially now. Our opinions are different. We feel like we're different people after this whole story. But just singing together as one voice with all the stuff running through our heads is the most powerful thing. And for me at this moment, it was above all else that's happening right now. Helped me tone it down a bit for a few seconds while singing in one voice. Felt deeper than any sadness that I felt these past 2 weeks. And I thank all of you for being here and giving this a chance, because it's hard for everyone.
My name is Danon. I'm an 18-year-old Palestinian from Jerusalem. I'm here to tell you about the person, rather the human, behind this nationality. On October 7th, I woke up to the sound of an explosion, a siren, and the shaking of my building with no context. And all I knew is I wanted my family to be safe. We were at my grandma's house in the West Bank, and we decided to go back home to Jerusalem as the news started getting more clear and the coverage started increasing on what's happening. And to our surprise, we were met with huge stones blocking all entrances to the entire neighborhood. We then resorted to using a muddy road that isn't really a road, and we got to the checkpoint to Jerusalem. And as we approached that checkpoint, I saw a soldier on my left pointing a rifle at our car. I felt hurt, and it was a reminder that to some, I am nothing beyond that label, Palestinian security threat. And I felt very hurt, feel like an outsider to my own hometown, which is Jerusalem. And then I reached for my ID card, and I couldn't help but wonder if something were to happen to me in my grandma's blocked off neighborhood or even at the checkpoint, will anyone see me as a human beyond that number, beyond my ID, and beyond my nationality? And that question lingered in my head unanswered for a week, and it was a really difficult time. But then in the same week, the choir arranged a choir rehearsal, and amidst all the chaos, seeing that notification for the first time in what felt like a year, I felt heard for the first time. And I may not be able to reach every soldier and prove that I'm a human worthy of living, and I may not be loud enough to sing for the entire world to hear, but I believe in the power of choir, and I believe in the power of community. And during the past 2 weeks, I saw myself doing the same. I was swinging between empathy to anger so many times in those 2 weeks, and what kept circling back to empathy is my human connections to my peers in JYC and all around. And that's why I see it as a privilege to be here at times like these, and to be reminded that we're human. And when I'm weak, I believe in everyone here to uplift my voice and make me heard. And I count on my friends from JYC as much as I count on everyone who took the braver choice of coming here today. And I want to leave you with the song Zombie by the Cranberries as a tribute to all the lives lost.
But you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, they are crying with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are fighting. In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie.
Thank you.
سيئين ولا جهلين، عنا حياة وبنحب نعيش، بنحب العيلة، بنحب الربيع، بنحب البحر، بنحب نعيش بسلام، علقانين بين عالمين، بين اندماج لمقاومة، بين الرمل وغزة، حياتنا مركبة، فيش عنا منفس، فيش عنا منفس. صوتي هادي بدي أصرخ عالي، بدي أبني حالي مثل ابن عمي، أدوق الحياة لما شم ريحة بلادي، أشوف حديقة مش هدم بيت جاري. ככה דוגרי לפנים, هذه هي الطريقة, עברו מספיק שנים, ما نستنى دقيقة, זה בא לי מבפנים, بدنا أصوات جريئة. فيش عندي منفس, فيش عندي منفس. אני יודע מה אתם חושבים, עוד אשכנזי שמתחנף לערבים, אבל הייתי בקרבי ותרמתי למדינה ומסביבי שום דבר לא השתנה, חדשות כל שעה, בונות נרטיב, שירים וטקסים שבאים להכאיב, אומה שלמה עם PTSD, לאן מועדות פני העם היהודי. מנהיגים שצועקים חזק, אני מרגיש מחנק וכל קול מתון מושתק.
Wow. Just like their name, DUGRI project, they say it all straight to our faces. Are you here, says Uriah? Are you here, guys?
مرحبا مرحبا ميرا.
Yeah, hello, habibi, says Kifak. I know that it's been a hard time. You have family in Gaza.
Yeah,
It's been tough, I know.
fortunately, I have bad news. Another family member just got killed this morning. So we have now 3 family members who got killed since Saturday. Actually, I never met them because of the siege and because I cannot go to Gaza. So I'm sad, but at the same time, because I never met them physically. So I don't really have faces. So I dedicate today to Khalil, Ahmed, and Rafiq Zakut, who I never met, but now I know their names after they got bombed in Gaza.
Oh my God, that is not a way to meet a family member. That is not a way to get to know your family. I'm so sorry for your loss. I know that you haven't met these people, and that's already a loss that you've never been able to meet these people because you were separated from them all these years. And I'm sorry to hear about that, Saz. I'm really sorry. Thank you for everything that you're doing and for continuing to believe that there is no other way moving forward other than working together.
That's the only way. That's what me and Uriah are saying. And I think, since our first video, Let's Talk Straight, that we were prophets of rage. Everybody lost beloved ones, Israelis, Palestinians, Jews, or Arabs.
Yes.
Pain is pain, death is death, Just wake up. As we are losing our lives, millions of Jews and Arabs will not vanish, and you just can dream about it. And Memphis is another message that me and Uriah, I love my brother Uriah. He's like a brother to me. He's my best friend for the last 3 years. I'm not shy or ashamed that I have Uriah as my friend, as my brother. It looks like we have to remind the people that no matter how much difficulties or how much difficult time we go through, eventually we have to live with each other.
I have to agree on that. You say that Uriah is your brother. Well, I have a sister, right? A sister from another mother in another nation, Achinoam Nini. Musical inspiration and an activist with all her heart and all her soul, working for so many years to bridge gaps and to introduce people to the alternative, to an alternative of a way of living in Israel. There she is. Hello, my darling.
Let me just say, first of all, I'm so glad to be part of this amazing group of people. Send my love out and my appreciation for everybody raising a voice at this moment, and of course to you, Mira, as always. We're living a nightmare here, a nightmare. It's such a full-blown catastrophe, and the role of the artist is not to reflect reality, but rather to project a vision of what reality could be if we were to open our eyes and our hearts and embrace each other. And obviously that has not yet happened. I mean, that doesn't mean that it won't. I continue to believe that it must.
Thank you again for being here. And yalla, let's see the video you prepared. Thank you.
pain has no name, and when I cry to the merciless sky and say, there must be another way. There must be another way. There must be another, must be another way.
The only way that we're going to get through all of this madness is through singing. Blessings whenever you breathe. Blessings whenever you breathe. Blessings whenever you breathe. Blessings all around. Sing on and filter every song through your heart. I love you.
The chorus was supposed to be on tour right now, and right now we were actually going to be in Chicago. And there's an extraordinary ensemble in Chicago called Uniting Voices.
Hi, JYC, we're thinking of you. I'll be your bridge, your troubled water. When you're down, I will carry you like a bridge, your troubled water. I will
These hard times, we have to stick to mantras and prayers and songs that feed the soul and the heart. And so we shall learn to live together under the olive trees. And children will grow up knowing no more wars, no terrors, no frontiers. And fresh new grass will grow over the graveyards for love and peace. For after 100 years of war, we haven't and will not lose hope. עוד נלמד לחיות ביחד בין חורשות עצי זיתי. ילדים יחיו בלי פחד, בלי גבולות, בלי מקלטים. על קברים יפרח העשב לשלום ואהבה. 100 שנים של חרב ועוד לא אבדה התקווה. ויהיה טוב, יהיה טוב, כן. לפעמים אני נשבע, אז הלילה, הלילה, איתך אני נשאר. אני מביט מהחלון, אולי מגיע יום חדש.
אני עומדת יחפה אל מול שדות פתוחים, ראשי מסתחרר, מסרב להחלים, אין לי כוח להכיל את כבד השנים, הכל מסתחרר בלילות וימים. אפשר לאלץ לדחוק בגפיי, לגשר בליבי ראשי וידיי. זה רגע לקום, לחטא פצעים, לחלוק הכאב, להחלים. child that smiled in the street. I sing the light and the load of the wind. I sing to appease the demons within. I don't need to sing to prove my existence. I don't need to sing to fight your indifference. I sing for the lessons the world hasn't learned. I sing for my soul as she watches it burn. I sing as the trees grow branches above, and I don't need a reason to love. Sometimes I fear that I won't make a change, that my voice won't be heard because I will be afraid. We need to rise up and sing for our pain, cause I'm feeling lost, can I be shown the way?
صوتي عم بوجع من كثر ما ناديت، تعبت من كثر ما غنيت وحكيت، مش عم اشوف تغيير ولا اي اشي صغير، ما بعني بهالحكي رح بستسلم وبطير، اصحابي معاي عالطريق عم بنقتل مع بعض، بنكمل الصراع وبنعبر لكل حدا صغير، عم بقول له لا تسافر، ضلك احلم بلدك فيها خير. غامز.
Salam everyone. My name is Amir and I'm a graduate singer from the Jerusalem Youth Chorus. I joined the JOAC in 2014, and last December I became the executive director of the Jerusalem Youth Chorus. Last 2 weeks were horrifying, pain everywhere. People are separated all over the world and here. People feel that they are not seen. And because this is not my first time feeling those feelings. Maybe this time
sure. Yes.
was the most extreme of them. But I remember growing up in a village in Jerusalem when I was 10 years old. I used to go from this village to Beit Hanina, a city inside Jerusalem, 10-minute walk to the school. And I remember the wall being built around my village. And that 10-minute walk turned into a whole 1-hour car drive. But I was like 11 with my cousins, and like we weren't gonna do that because we tried it once and it's so traffic. So we decided not to do it. And because the wall was still being built, we found a place that we can like climb from and like go through so we can get to our school. And we did that for a long time, even though I had the blue ID. And I remember one of the times when we were going through there, a military jeep went in front of us. And I remember how much I felt unsafe in that moment and hidden behind the wall so people, the army can't see us. Moved to Jerusalem, and growing up in Jerusalem as a Palestinian is not easy. Always I felt unsafe and unseen. Joining the Jerusalem Youth Chorus gave me the feelings that I was missing. I remember our first concert in JOAC, where this young Palestinian kid standing on a big stage in a Christmas concert at the YMCA in Jerusalem, and held the microphone and beatbox next to my friends from my chorus, and 600 theater full with people see me, see Amir. And the feeling of that never got me to leave the Jerusalem Youth Chorus. I felt home. Yeah, so last December, basically, I decided to leave my old job and become the executive director of the Jerusalem Youth Chorus to help the kids, to give them the experiences, to give them the feelings that I went through, for them to feel safe and to feel seen and to feel heard. JOAC helped me to raise up my voice towards the injustices to everyone here in Jerusalem and raise up my voice for peace.
JYC, not only being a musical chorus, is also a program for dialogue, where,
yes,
you know, the participants, they don't only sing together. In addition to that, you run these sessions where you actually have these conversations, sometimes very, very difficult conversations.
In dialogue, we basically create a safe space for our singers to bring their own realities and their own narrative. And while people still can disagree, but we hold the space and with the music in order for people that are different to feel home. And in response of the current events, we're now adjusting all of our programming to fit basically the need. And we had a Zoom meeting with our high school program singers, and we actually were very surprised from the engagement of the kids inside the Zoom. Where they just came and shared songs that they comfort them and shared how it have been for them. Spaces for people to sit down and talk are really, really important. Keeping those spaces active are very, very important. And supporting the peace building organizations is very crucial right now because everyone is feeling attacked in the current moment.
Yara, are you still in the choir or are you one of the alumni?
So I am part of the alumni. I am a master's degree student, but I'm also part of the staff of the Jerusalem Youth Course. I've had the privilege to be a part. I teach harp to young kids from all of Jerusalem. And some of them are very religious. Last week, actually, I've had a lesson with one of my wonderful girls. And we started somehow talking about politics. I tried to talk about their personal lives as well and be involved and hear about, their experiences specifically in this crazy times to make sure that they're okay and their family is safe. And this 6-year-old girl told me, I'm so scared. My dad is enlisting. I'm so frightened for him. And then she told me, if only the other side could come to dinner at my house and see my family and see our daily life and see our, us going to the grocery store and having some dinner and just being a family. And they'll probably not want to kill us. And I said, well, that's actually how a lot of other people from the other side feel, Precious lives are being lost from both sides. And the way you're feeling, I'm sure so many other people feel. But just as you are not seeing those lives and you feel that they are not seeing you, it goes both ways.
Yes. So what are you going to play for us, Yara?
I will play a beautiful song by Joni Mitchell.
Thank you.
But now old friends are acting strange. They shake their heads. They say I've changed. Well, something's lost and something's gained in living every way. I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know life at all.
So the song that Micah has asked me to share with you all today is from my new album. It's called Between Us and Them, and it is the story of my grandmother, my mother, and myself, and the first moment in our generation that we learned what war is. She fears her babies learn what she already knew. The truth don't always set you free. The little one in her bedroom tries to make sense of it all, where the story being written becomes the writing on the wall. Power making promises it never meant to keep, with the ocean between us and them, rocking her to sleep.
Wow. Really, thank you for
course.
being here.
Of course, happy to be here. Amir and Yara, it's really good to see you both as well. Yeah, Reason to Love was a extraordinary opportunity to collaborate with these really amazing people. I mean, I it's definitely the most like personally impactful collaboration I've ever gotten to do, and so I feel very, very happy that it's continued to be a sort of a mission statement for the chorus. I feel very happy to be just a small part of that.
Yeah, hey guys, this is Ziggy. I want to send a message to the Jerusalem Youth Choir. We know we're going through some tough times now, but just like those people who want to see destruction and violence, they don't stop, and so you can't stop. We have to stay on our mission, which is a mission of spreading more unity for all the people around the world. So guys, although we're going through the toughest times now, we have to stick to a message. It is very important that this message be loud, even louder now, to everyone, leaders, everyone, so stay strong and believe in what we're doing. It's the right thing for the world, for the community. Peace and love. Yeah. Jerusalem Choir, Youth Choir, keep up the struggle. Keep it up. We need it. Yeah. Shalom. Salam.
I wanted to offer a prayer for healing from all of the traditions, from all of the wisdom and all of the pain that people are fueling into this moment. And to incorporate some of the things that people brought to this gathering and some of the amazing words that people said and the pain that they shared and the visions that they shared in this piece of music. Wake up, open your ears, open your eyes. Wake up, open your ears and your eyes. Wake up, open your ears, open your eyes. I love olive trees, we will sit under the olive trees, we will sit, and no one will tear them down, no one will tear us down. This is not the first time.
Hello to all of you. I have watched the song that we did many times, and I've cried, and I really applaud you all at this time of horrific, deep sadness, to be singing about peace. We need that. I love you.
And I will hold by my side. I'll hold on to you. No matter what this world will throw, it won't shake me loose. And I'll reach my hands out in the dark and wait for yours to 'Cause I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up, no, not yet. Even when I'm down to my last breath, even when they say there's nothing left. So don't give up on. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up, no, not me. Even when nobody else believes, I'm not going down that easily. So don't give up on me. I will fight for you. I always do, until my heart is black and blue.